Hello and welcome to Board Game Gumbo. Today we've got something a little different. We have some packages that were sent to us by GameTopper. If you aren't already familiar with GameTopper, they do something that is an alternative to a gaming table. So gaming tables are really popular right now. There's a lot of companies making them. And GameTopper, instead of creating an entirely new table, they sell you a system that you can sit on top of a table that you already own. That gives you kind of the same functionality of a gaming table, but at a much lower price. GameTopper is going to be coming to Kickstarter with some new offerings from them, and we believe that these are some of those new offerings, but honestly, I don't know what's in these. So we've got two boxes here. We've got one in front here, which is clearly some type of game mat, and then we've got a box behind it that we just don't know. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. And let's start with what I'm assuming is a game mat in this long square box. So GameTopper sells several different sizes of their table toppers. And those different sizes are built to accommodate their game mats. So here is one of their game mats. And I'm not familiar with this one, so this must be one of the newer ones. Let me make a little space for here, because this is actually quite a large one. This must be one of their newer offerings. So obviously you can see there's a lot of sort of empty space in the middle, and obviously that's because that's sort of your playing area. They don't want to busy up the middle of the table where most of your components are going to be. But then when you get to the edges here, you can see they put some really nice graphics on them. These mats are stitch lined, which give you a little bit more life to the mat as well, so they won't fray. They are pretty thick. They're not too thick though. I actually have just a blank black mat on my main table, and it's actually probably a little too thick. This is very nice. It's got some give to it, but it's not spongy. And that is the mat that they sent to us. Let me go ahead and grab the box that they sent, and we'll see what else they gave us. So I did a little research while I was swapping out for this box, and this is called the Great Wall. That's what they're calling this mat, and this is a new offering from them. Should be available in their next Kickstarter, which is launching soon. Let's see what else we have here. All right, so GameTopper makes a lot of different components that work with their table toppers. Here's the table topper here. And you can see that it's just this system, this 4-railed system with the mat underneath it that sits on top of a table that you already have. But they have this rail system, which is actually kind of interesting because they make all these accessories for it. Things like cup holders and dice trays and things like that, that just slide into this rail. So here are a couple of those things that they make to go with their table toppers. So you've got this one here. So this is where it would slide into the table, obviously. And this is just a bits component tray, just to hold different things, maybe resources while you're playing a game. You got this one here, which seems to be made for poker chips. It's really useful if you are a fan of chip theory games. Another one for poker chips. Looks like we got a couple of duplicates here. We got these over here, which this looks like part of a dice tower. Another one of those. So maybe something here, either to hold cards. I'm not quite certain the functionality of that one. Let's see what else we have in here. Some more pieces that attach to your table, obviously. So again, this is a accessory that will affix to your table. That's what these tabs up here mean. And this appears to be for holding drinks. 2 little drink holders here. Appears that they do come out. If you ever had a need to that, maybe just to clean them. And then a lid. And then finally at the bottom here, we have one of their tote bags as well. And the last thing that I didn't show you, one of their new sweatshirts. So that's everything that we got in these 2 boxes. I'm gonna pass it over to BJ now, who's actually gonna show you how these look affixed to the table, because he actually has one of these table toppers, and they're pretty sharp.
Hey, board gamers. BJ from Game Gumbo here, back to talk about one of my favorite projects, GameToppers LLC. Hey, you've seen the GameToppers LLC big giant table topper. It's sitting right over there, and we use it at Southern Board Game Fest. Big thanks to Berkey and all the team at GameToppers LLC for supporting New Hope Foundation, our fundraising arm from Southern Board Game Fest. It's to provide mentorship programs to disadvantaged youth on the north side of our town. And we love GameToppers for supporting that. We love our table, but we got some exciting news coming up. Berkey's got Kickstarter 3.0 coming out soon. New mats, some upgraded components, and he was kind enough to send us some of those prototypes to take a look. So let's get on the table and see what Berkey's got in store for you. All right, first up, let's take a look at the brand new GameToppers LLC mat. This is just one of the many designs that Berkey's gonna be showing off. Made by one of my favorite artists. It's Vincent Dutray with a beautiful, this one is called The Great Wall. And if you know anything about Vincent Dutray, you're gonna recognize the way that this thing looks. Lots and lots of detailed, big, thick mat, just like all the previous GameTopper mats. It's got the stitching, of course. Big, thick. Perfect for throwing some dice out there. Nice and soft whenever you roll them. I like the big area here that doesn't have any artwork on it. Because when you're playing most of your games, this is where you're gonna be playing, and you're gonna cover it with the board anyway, right? But on the edges, you've got this beautiful, beautiful artwork. Fierce warrior right here with the bow. I mean, it's a stunning mat. And there's plenty more, some beautiful mats that are gonna be in the Kickstarter. Next up, hey, GameToppers LLC is known for all of their accessories, and this is some of the coolest here. If you play poker, or if you like to play those chip theory games, take a look at this cool accessory you can put right into it. It's a hard plastic place for all your poker chips, and it slides right into the GameToppers LLC system. I've got the big one, and there's plenty of room to put both of them in there. You'll get your chips going in there right at the perfect height. Next up, how about a close look at another option that you can have for your GameTopper LLC, table toppers. This one, I've got some pros and cons for you in this one. As you can see, it's a dice tower. Here's what I like about it, and I'll tell you, one or two things I think they could work on. Here's what I like about it. Number one, it slides. It'll go all the way up and down the table with ease. It's made up of 3 parts. It's got this little dice tower top. It's got this area here. What I like about this area, it's super easy to hold, to set up, and then it's got this hold for when the dice come out. What I like about this, it's got the place to put, little bits and chips. You can even put dice on the sides, and you kind of hold them fancy like that. Got room for a bunch of them here. And then whenever you're ready to roll those dice, it goes right on the top, bounces through and right into there. That's my only issue with it, is every once in a while we found that it'll bounce a little bit too hard and bounce right out. I haven't figured out why. Maybe Berkey can help us out with that part, but the way it looks is amazing. I mean, it just looks phenomenal. Plenty of place to put any kind of little bits and bobs and doodads right in there, or roll your dice. Yeah, there it works. Works like a champ. So that's what it is. Like I said, slidable, plenty of room. Nice little good looking dice tower. And now I'm gonna save the best for last. I've got the first generation Game Topper, and it's got the original, you remember these. It's got the original little place to put your cups. It's got the metal that slides into there, holds your cups. Then he went to these plastic size one, and then they are these. And I just absolutely love these. As you can see, locks right in. The one I have is a double. They're also gonna come in singles as far as I know. And there's places again, you can put little bits and bobs, put little meeples in there if you want. But how about this? It just pops right out like that. And you've got a place for your drinks and even a little holder to keep the drinks from moving on. I absolutely love this. Oh, Berkey, I can't wait. I'm gonna pick up some more for my table because this little double is just not gonna be enough. I'm gonna want one on every aspect of my table going all the way around. So I've got room to easily fit 6 people, and I want some places for their drinks. This is just, I mean, look at the quality. Oh, I wish you guys could feel this. It is, I mean, it is heavy duty, heavyweight plastic, and it's just perfect. I mean, I am super impressed, and I love the way it looks. It's really sharp. And of course, it just scrunches back like that for easy, I mean, nice and flat. Well done, Berkey. I love this accessory, and I want more. All right, board gamers, that was your inside look at some of the beauties that are going to be coming out in the Kickstarter 3.0 of GameToppers LLC. Hey, they've got new mats coming out, new upgrades for your table. And if you missed the table in previous campaigns, here's your chance. Hey, we love GameToppers LLC. We love working with Berkey. He's a big supporter of Southern Board Game Fest, and we want to get some publicity out there for him. So don't forget, make your game nights a showstopper when you play on a Game Topper. And until next time, laissez le bon temps rouler.